Hi, and thank you for joining us on Cox Local Edition on CNN Headline News. I'm Jessica Carver with Cox Communications. Today we have a special guest with us, Rick Jeffrey, president of the Special Olympics Virginia. How are you doing today, Rick?
I'm fine. Thank you, Jessica. It's always great to be here with our good friends at Cox Communications.
Perfect. Well, we appreciate you coming in. So tell us, first of all, what is the mission of Special Olympics Virginia?
Well, we're an organization that does sports training and competition for people with intellectual disabilities. In the old days, we would have called that mental retardation, but intellectual disabilities is the global term. And but I like to say this, for people who really want to kind of factually know what we are, we have a great website at specialolympicsva.org, which I'm sure at some point during this is going to be up on your screen. But what I like to tell people is that we're all about sports, but then again, we're not really about sports at all. What we are is an organization that uses sports as a vehicle to bring people together, people with intellectual disabilities and the community, so that the community can see the value of someone who is different from them, so that our athletes can show their capabilities, not their disabilities. Our athletes can show what they can do, not what they can't do. And people can learn a little bit more about how better to live together.
Perfect. And you have a pretty exciting event coming up right here in our backyard. Tell us about that event.
Well, you know, we're a nonprofit, so it's all generated by the amount of resources that we can deliver to be able to deliver our program. So we have a big fundraising event coming up out at Dulles Airport. It's called the Dulles Family Festival and Plane Pull. The plane pull is really the focal point of it. It's done by our great friends in law enforcement. The MWA, or the Metropolitan Washington Airport Authority Police, is really the key group on it, but Fairfax Police, State Police, all law enforcement are working on this event. Corporate teams of 20 pull a FedEx Airbus on the tarmac at the FedEx terminal at Dulles. Costs $1,000 to get in for a team. We'll have about 70 teams pull that day, but it's a huge festival, car show, air show. About 10,000 people will show up that day to see it. We'll raise about $100,000 to support our Special Olympic program. And it's really part of just a larger effort on the part of law enforcement statewide to raise for us over $750,000 statewide in what's called our Law Enforcement Tourist Run. So the plane pull, September 25, Dulles Airport. Please come out, bring your family, come out, have a great time.
Wow. And how can people find out more information, or if they want to sign up to become a team, how do they do that?
Well, you can call 1-800-932-GOLD, G-O-L-D, if you want, but a website is really great. We have a Special Olympics website, specialolympicsva.org. It's got a link to the plane pull right there on it where you can go, or you can go directly to planepull.com, which is going to take you directly onto the plane pull site. And you can get information there, or you can also get numbers to call to get more information. But we want everybody to come out because it really is a great fun festival and something that raises money for people with intellectual disabilities. Many of our athletes will be out there that day so they can see and meet our athletes. Our athletes will speak. They will actually pull the plane themselves, and they'll be there as an interactive part. And it all occurs on September 25th, which is for this year Eunice Kennedy Shriver Day, which is a day devoted to the memory of the founder of Special Olympics, who passed away from us last year.
And do you have any other events coming up that you just want to highlight, one or two that are here in Fairfax?
Well, your listeners in Fairfax live in one of the biggest and largest, most active programs in the county. We have great soccer play that will begin in the fall, and also bowling, and those are also accessible off the specialolympicsva.org website for folks who are just interested in calling to volunteer. The soccer play is really extraordinary in this particular area, and you have just some great athletes, so come out and get involved and learn a little bit more about people with intellectual disabilities in Special Olympics.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you all for having us and letting us get our message out.
And thank you for joining us on Cox Local Edition on CNN Headline News. Have a great day.